So we're live. All right. Early in the morning. Good googly goo.
Yeah. How's everybody this morning?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It is Sunday.
Yes.
What's the date? 10.
The 10th.
So we're one day away from 9/11.
Okay.
Is that significant to anybody? Oh, I guess we should start off formally here. Let's go back. Let's rewind. We're live at Two Bros Podcast, and we have a special guest with us today, the author and creator of the Runch Bunch. Am I saying it right?
Yep.
Runch Bunch. We have Chianne. Did you go Johnson?
Johnson.
Chianne Johnson with us. She's here joining Two Bros Podcast. Talk a little bit about her and her wonderful adventure. She was a creative person that I thought would be great for the podcast, and we just like to kick it with her. So welcome and thank you. Thanks for coming.
And I finally got it right. I was saying Chianne the whole time.
Chianne. So
she flogged me off camera.
we do have bagels to sop up some of
But
the
don't cover the books.
libation. No, I know.
Don't cover the books.
I know. I'm sorry.
Right, and we're giving Key Food more pub than Runch Bunch.
They didn't send us a check.
Are they the same? Or?
No, yeah, those are the same. I didn't get instructions on coffee. So those are coffee regulars.
I'm not, that's
which is traditionally 2 creams, 2 milks, milk and 2 sugars.
Really?
All right, I'll take it.
Traditionally. Since I think the 70s, we made a decision that regular
I actually
coffee.
like light and sweet.
Do you? Okay.
The sugar is not needed, so.
Well, yeah, that's right. Where did regular coffee come from?
I have no idea.
Like we just said,
we just made a decision that was regular coffee.
Yeah, very
and we kind of, and that's like.
Oh shoot! Oh hell no!
What was that?
I don't know.
A bug?
Yeah. It was green.
Wow.
Okay. So it was fresh.
Yeah, it was like
green fresh bud.
like a grasshopper.
Really? I have spray here.
It wasn't a grasshopper though.
We don't need spray.
We don't need spray.
How long have you? When did you start Runch Bunch?
Runch Bunch, I started in 2016.
Okay.
Beginning of 2016.
Oh, okay, so it's relatively new. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the first book was published October 2016. Yeah,
okay. Now, have you always been interested in children's literature, or?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. No, I mean it sounded like it started with just a conversation one day of coming up with different concepts of some things to come up with, like because I had no intentions on writing books.
Right.
But it started with actually we were going to make, the masks that the hospitals wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
With children's cartoons on it.
Oh, okay.
But we couldn't come up with what to put on them. And then that conversation stemmed to, let's come up with a cartoon group.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, what? And then it was like, well, children, with special needs. And but then that stemmed from also watching commercials of St. Jude's and things like that.
Okay.
And then it was like, well, how do we get the group out there? And we just started writing books, and we came up with each character. It kind of like every day built.
It just built and evolved
into something, right?
And evolved. So why special needs? Why was it always?
Well, they don't have a voice, especially if you get all children. One, this is the first cartoon group that represents children with special needs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they don't have a voice. So we wanted to bridge the gap between children with and without special needs.
That's dope. And you're not a parent of this kid with special needs? Do you have anyone in your family?
I have a nephew.
You have a nephew. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you get your personal references from?
No, I don't get references from him.
Right.
Well, from his mom rather.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know a lot of people who have children with autism and Down syndrome and stuff like that. So I get it from everywhere.
The first one. I read the first one, and
okay.
and when I bought it, was on Amazon, which was cool. That's dope.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I bought it straight from Amazon.
You can get them on Amazon?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, she's on Amazon. So for all y'all out there, we post all the links. But what I found was it took me back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Like when we used to watch the Schoolhouse Rocks. Right. And all the little, and it was quaint and faint. Like it was just quick and just yay, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with these kids. Like it wasn't like they were like, anything. It's not even to mention special needs. Like there's no need to mention special needs. They're just regular
like
kids.
Everyone else,
right.
See,
That's-
we don't like to use the term special needs.
Right.
We use different
Okay.
needs. Because I would say, like, all children have needs.
Hey, that's a good
Some
way.
are just different,
Different.
than others, right?
Different. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So, in the grand scheme of things, you're up to how many volumes now?
The third book.
You're up to
we
the
have
third.
15 altogether. They're all
15.
written, but, it takes time with the illustration
Sure,
and stuff like that.
sure.
So, just 3 published.
And your illustrator is someone, the same guy every time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use him all the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty
He's
good.
from Cali.
I like how he
Yeah, he's
put it
pretty.
together.
He doesn't work for Disney and stuff.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
He's
How'd you
good.
how'd you find them?
Research, just looking online and, going through his,
Mhm.
what do you call it? Going through
Bio, his
art,
resume,
right, yeah,
his
checking out
repertoire
different,
and all his work.
and I liked it.
Is it important to have a relationship with that person to get it? Because it's like, I'm in a shirt business and it's like somebody says, do what's in my head.
Well, not necessarily a relationship, but like this is his every artist has their own style.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
It was very time consuming because we had, I say we, me and my husband, because we kind of picked the characters together.
Mhm.
We want so much detail, and my
Right.
artist didn't want to do that, but he did it. Like
Okay.
it was a lot of, we need the bracelet, we need the eye like this, and
Right.
we wanted it our way, but he did it.
That's dope. So, much success. We really think we're happy you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Just to like for them to have a voice, the author needs a voice as well. And this platform could serve as anything. We'd love to have you back on again when you have more success, and you continue to do well in the open space. It's good to self-publishing. I don't even know how. I mean, that
Yeah.
you're doing, right?
Yeah,
You're self-publisher.
self-published.
That's dope. And how hard is that? With
Super duper.
Super.
If I could rewind,
yeah,
I would have liked to use a publishing company.
yeah, but I mean, this is like what, 20 pages, 10 pages,
30 pages.
30
Yeah.
pages. Okay, so
But I mean, I did absolutely everything by myself,
Right.
and it's trial and error. I never did this or
Right.
anything, but
mhm.
research. I live on a computer, and thank God I have time to do
Right.
it.
Right. So now that you're up to, you said 15 books now.
I've written 15.
You've written 15 books.
3 are published.
And you talked about like not having a publisher. Like if you had to
I'm-
do it all
I
over
started
again,
my
you'd
own
do it with a
publishing
publisher.
company.
Oh, so you started your own publishing
Yeah.
Dope,
company.
dope.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my own company.
So that led you to that. So
Right.
so knowing that now, and to say if you were to start that over again, would you go the route of plugging away and doing your own thing?
I would have went with a publisher.
You would have went with a publisher
Yeah.
still? Okay.
I mean, only reason, honestly, is because I have so many books.
Mhm.
If it was one book, it's easier to self-publish one book.
Okay.
What the problem is like cost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a lot. But one book, it would have been easy. 15 is like, I need help.
And so, where is it now? It's in Amazon, it's in bookstores.
Amazon, the ebooks are on Apple, Barnes and Noble.
Great.
That's what I found very interesting, because you don't find many children's books that you can get as ebooks.
Yeah, now these.
I mean,
are-
you can get like the classic books like Charlotte's Web and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that, and some of the Ezra Jack Keats books and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
but like most children's books, you normally can't get in an
I
ebook
figured-
form.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that would be smart because kids using the tablets and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So why wouldn't they? I mean,
Right,
why
right.
wouldn't they do that? And that seems a little crazy to not have it.
yeah,
But in a grand scheme,
I
would
just
you,
got them translated actually now.
really? So you got different
Translated?
languages?
Spanish.
So you have Spanish.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I just got the books translated, so now I gotta make them and print them. in Spanish.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Well, I gotta put the files together, make
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
since
yeah.
I gotta do it myself.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll get it done.
But that's interesting because now you're saying that in different languages, so you'd have to print double copies, triple, and
Well,
or you want to do it electronic first.
I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
I'm just because all I have to do, the illustration's already done, so
Right.
I'm gonna type up the work and then put the files together,
Yeah.
and just give it to my printer company.
I see.
And when the orders come in,
They just bang
but
them out.
like we have like worldwide how can I say?
Distribution.
Yeah, we have that,
Mhm.
but no, like global interest, like all over the world. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of other countries that probably can't read this English,
The
English
but they're going on my website.
Wow.
So it's like, all right, well, we need to we'll start with the most common language, Spanish. But ultimately, like, because I have a lot of companies that are wanted to translate Chinese.
Oh, that's dope.
So I'm like, all right.
What's been the most interesting? Like you just mentioned Chinese. Has that probably been the most interesting response you've gotten international?
No, Russia.
Really?
Russia.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, honestly, it's all over, but it's Russia and a lot of Africa.
Okay. That's interesting.
That's very interesting. Well, like we said, much success.
Thank you.
We're proud to you first guest. So.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. She is we got to do something for her.
Yeah,
well, I brought her coffee. So that's
coffee.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yes.
So
Can I just make my bagel?
yeah, please do that.
Yeah, there are no formalities.
Right, there's no formality here, but
Got everything bagel in?
yes, there are everything bagels in there.
I think maybe just rip the whole bag.
But no, just rip the whole thing.
Rip it?
Yeah, just rip it.
Oh man, that's men stuff. See, only men would say like just rip the whole bag.
Absolutely.
Yeah, make a plate out of it. But you mentioned something earlier.
I need a knife.
Big game today, hey?
Oh yeah.
Big game today.
I don't know. But who are you rooting for?
What do you mean? Who am I rooting for?
Come on, 8 o'clock.
Oh, the Giants and Cowboys?
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the Giants.
All right. Well, let me put this back.
No, you can have it. Well, she needs a knife. She needs a knife.
I want the Cowboys.
So you're a Cowboy fan?
I'm not a Cowboy. Well, my daughter's dad is a super Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
So that's how, I learned football and everything. So I was a Cowboys fan. But I'm not a Cowboys fan now. I'm just a big game fan.
I'm the same way. I really don't have allegiance to any team. I guess if I had to choose one, I guess I would say I'm a Jets fan, which is why I say I don't have a team because the Jets suck.
Right.
But I want to see good football. I want to see a good football game. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping these are good football games.
It's like all my friends are Giants fans, so when I'm with them, I'm a Giants fan.
Okay, all right. You don't want to go counter to the
Nah,
thing?
it depends because like Super Bowl,
conversation?
I'll go against them. Like I like to start. I go against what they say.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like Giants games are fun to go watch. Like,
they are. But Dallas fans freak me out because a lot of them don't even know why they're Dallas fans. They just, because of the legacy, they always say, well, my father was a Dallas fan, my grandfather's father, and they somehow have this legacy that kind of exists and doesn't exist.
Like,
Dallas fans are well, I think most of them are nuts.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're maniacal. They're fair weathered.
Fair weather. That's a good word. Yeah, I like that.
They easily, like even when they had this great season last year, but when there were chinks in the armor, they all came out. Oh, how could you do this? We gotta change it all. It's like, hey, they lost a game.
Right. At the end of the day, this
is not when you blow it up and all that stuff like that.
So is it right to call fan is short for fanatic, right?
Yes.
So we're having an aha moment here.
You're supposed to be smarter than both of us, actually.
Fan is short for fanatic. And so, being a fanatic, you buy the gear, you support the team, you put a cheese on your head, and you do whatever. And I happen to think that being a fan is territorial somewhat. Like, school. I think of school.
Okay.
And I never rooted for the other team. I never rooted for the other school because their colors were cool or I knew somebody.
Thanks for watching Two Bros Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and you got some friends, right? So tell them.
Hey, thanks for watching Two Bros Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Do me a favor, click the link below, subscribe, like, comment, share. What better? We'll see you next time.